starting to be well known for this Viper when we're not really seeing anyone else really play it to a lot of success. So, yeah, we'll see how it's going to be able to perform. You already said there's a lot of value with it up against a Night Stalker. Of course, dealing with Fraction 2 is going to be nice. So, is it like, do you feel like there's a standout though in regards to favored off the back of the draft, or is it relatively even? Okay.
Because like, I mean, my favorite will probably be Xtreme off draft, but I also see a world where this Night Stalker pops off because he is playing like. The reason why they wanted this Night Stalker, this CM and Oracle are really easy for Night Stalker to kill. So it's going to be really important that... I mean, I say that and I think about it. Like, Centaur is quite good versus Night Stalker too, huh? You can just, like, ulti your supports out of trouble. Yeah, no, I think Xtreme's lineup's a lot better. More okay.
All right, so just the big concern is the Stampede then for the effectiveness on the Night Stalker?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, they need to kill these supports. I think it's really important. And I think the heroes that they do have are pretty good at it, but they also have, like, heroes like Viper that can protect him, and Pure shouldn't die here. He should be fine.
The battle begins.
Weimon's going in. All right.
So
realizing the Fortune's End cooldown.
The Night Stalker is something that they did run earlier today, not to success, unfortunately, for Tundra and MC. It was in their game 1 versus Spirit, but it is something that they're obviously considering as a potential hero at the moment. His build that game was Echo, Blink, BKB. There was an Ag Shard in there. I'm not sure what time he picked it up though, but that was at least the item of choice that he went for that game.
Yeah, standard build. Nothing special about it.
Let us see. Oh, already. It feels so rough when you use a nuke to try and secure your range creep and then you still get denied, especially in this matchup in particular. Like you said, I mean, Primal probably not the worst of melee heroes against the Viper, but anytime you get range creep denied and you're using a spell, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, it definitely does not. And you see Thompson's kind of manning up because you do care for sure about the stacks, but if you kind of look at the mana XM already, you have to use more mana than you would for an agility hero, right, to get him to the same amount of HP. And he's already out, out of mana, no more. He's got a mango he can use, but Thompson's sitting there, not too sad about it at all. It's gonna be like that level 3 mark where it'll be a lot more painful.
With this top lane, of course, we've spoken about the power of the Oracle laning into the Elder Titan. Would you ever need to consider about blocking up the ET's camps as well, just because of course, the Astral, or that doesn't matter because Oracle completely nullifies that?
You don't need to block it, but I think ideally you would want to just stop him from stacking it. So if that is something that he wants to do, like stopping stacks is never a bad thing. But I don't think they have to really worry about the power of the Astral Spirit, right? That's always going to be something that they can choose to get rid of. Just how his hero works, right? Fortune will always add a basic dispel. And this top lane already is kind of showing like the lane control. I guess they do get a pull off here, which is really good by Whitemon. And he's going to deny 2 of the creeps and let 2 more through, which I don't know if that's going to favor them in this laning situation, because he's still going to have another wave here from XSS. Yeah, this mid lane is something I'm very curious about. As you can see, Hobson, he got level 3. He has no boots though, but there's a lot of denies on XM. He hit level 3. He's full mana with a water rune. The lane's in a bad position. Now Thompson, I think he's just going to go jungle now.
Make a stack, get the bounty, making it just a minor thing, but he also took over that Watcher, so it's going to help out so he doesn't get scattered with these rotations. And where did the Lotus go? Shinkyu got the one up top, and bottom went to 9 class as well.
And that's the other thing, right, about this Primal compared to like an Ember. You can actually do stacks pretty easily. And if he just wants to just full on jungle, sure, it's not ideal, but at least it's not slow. He's still gonna get something from it. And I think he's just at a point where that's exactly what he has to do. And he's going to go in here.
Yeah, I wonder when he's
grabbing the next wave
about doing this, but they're already starting to move. Xinqiu's maybe going to try and meet him inside the river just to be a bit of a pest. Maybe looks like, I guess we got the water rune as well, so going to take that out of the hands of Topson. He goes the long way around.
Xm's like attempting to drag the wave with him. That's not how that works, buddy.
Yeah, you're not catching him.
Yeah, you're too slow on Viper. You're too slow.
Where is he running?
He's gonna try anyway.
He's denying the top wave. Oh my god, okay. Thompson. And they tipped him. Oh, you gotta get creative. You're Laden versus Viper. You're like, alright, XXS, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to punish you for this. You guys drafted a Viper? Like, I'm sorry, buddy.
Someone's gotta get punished here.
Bottom lane, MC, they're gonna get some bashes on Arme. Only level 1, but
wait, there's a
come
wave
on, guys.
mid too. How did that get there? Did Bat bring that there? I think he did. 9 class brought that there.
I don't know what's going on, but they did finally get a bash and they got a frostbite as well. So with 9 class, I don't know, bring a dragon away mid lane, it means that MC was alone. So they do give up first blood.
Well, that's teamwork right there.
Oh, he missed the last hit. Oh no.
They're making it work, you know.
It's level 5. Pretty decent. This is going to be the difficult stage though. But it does look like the majority of the creep wave went onto the tower. But you are going to have to somehow address the catapult, because this could be a lot of damage into your tier 1 early. Bottom lane, what's going on here? Arme will go down to the tower. First rotation out of Waimon through the portal. It's going to net them a pretty big kill. We will see a response out of Xinqiu though. Maybe they can hunt down 9 class. Firefly has expired. They've only got 1 point up in the Purifying Flames, which might lack some of the damage required. MC's still nearby. You also have Waimon as well that can potentially continue to offer that assistance. And yeah, Xinqiu, that's huge. This manager's TP down to try and protect TY. But TY's still going to die. MC got double bracer, ready to continue brawling. Arme is just going to stand under the tower and watch both his supports die. So a great rotation out of Waimon on the Elder Titan.
Yeah, it was definitely huge. A lot of kills. That's exactly what you want to see if you're playing Night Stalker in the first night. You're pretty happy with just getting kills, but if you're managing, getting farm. But if you can get farm and kills, that's like super ideal.
Middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Mid lane.
Oh, he's got a
angry.
haste. Ah, I see. Have fun. What are you gonna do?
They're gonna sacrifice Bat Rider here.
They see him? It's so funny how this happens. Twice. They just run both past each other in the trees. I'll get him now though. But the sacrifice is there. Haste from XM, of course, gets a kill, but like you said, it's maybe you're happy it's just onto a Bat Rider, because meanwhile, Topson is Iron bottom lane. How can they start this? Maybe MC with the silence first. XM's actually already mirroring this. They're gonna have to play a little bit more cautiously from Tundra. What DY instead? Oh, very hesitant.
And I think you just keep away from this Viper, because this Viper's build doesn't allow him to farm. He didn't put any points, which I'm a little surprised. Didn't put any points on Nether Toxin, which is going to make his farming incredibly slow. But he is really strong at laning. Nobody can lane versus him. And that's kind of why you see Topson's just like, yeah, I'm just not going to lane versus you. And 9 class has done a really good job this game stacking. We saw him drag that 1 wave behind tower for him, which was really cool. But he also has been stacking the triangle up a bit too. So Topson's going to continuously go back to that, get his farm. And at some point, this matchup doesn't really matter much anymore, as they will find the Faceless Void.
They're going to have the damage. They will. Really nicely done. They still got Pulverize. So if they potentially see an opportunity to get another kill, unfortunately, they're going to run straight to XM. And as soon as they see the Viper, going to try and disengage. Unfortunately, Whitemond will die inside the fountain. Like you said, I mean, that's a read. Run into Viper. All right, yeah, we're done. Like, fight is over. Let's look to get away, cut our losses.
It's just very expensive for Viper to make rotations because he's so slow, and he also farms so slowly too. That him making a rotation is just such a big commitment for him. But the one plus side of it is he is the king of the game right now. Nobody can fight this man, but it won't always be that case.
That's a big rune for Thompson. Although they are going to TP down the Oracle, so he will purge it off pretty shortly. MC does a really good job though to silence control them. But here comes XM, TP in, and you see the response is there. Viper's here. All right, time to get out. As Thompson, he's got onslaught into the TP out pretty shortly, so I think he's going to escape, and that'll be the case. A lot of time wasted. You still get the kill into the Crystal Maiden. Meanwhile, you've got 9 class on a relatively greedy support who's already level 6 on Batrider. You've got pure free farming top. So overall, Tundra, very, very happy with the start of this game.
Yeah, it's going really well, and you don't have like the same lingering fear of like the other games where XXS, maybe he should be afraid. Oh, what a stomp.
Done. He's probably still dead for it, so very cute, but unfortunately it is not going to be enough. The rest of Xtreme are starting to move on over. Shinkyu, unfortunately, unable to get in range to protect him with the Fate's Edict, so XXS will still go down.
No, he's not high enough level for the ulti, and maybe the Fate's Edict was enough, but probably not. I think they need to be able to get this ulti online. Just soak up that EXP. They're gonna play around their Viper, but they... Okay.
Oh, scary. Viper, run! Oh no, Waimon TP'd into his death. Though the Pure is actually swinging over him. Waimon's gonna be okay. They'll even bring 9 class too.
What are they... Oh... Thompson's still here.
I jump it. Wait, he's got a blink? It's 10 minutes. Why is my Batrider gonna blink? No. XM gets killed off. How has he got the gold for a blink dagger? This is a support.
I mean, he bought no items, straight blink, which he had 4 kills. You see that, right? 4 and 1.
I guess. What?
I mean, it's pretty impressive.
He's only got 18 losses. All right. Well, like you see, he bought no items, so fair enough. Blink already. Big kill onto the Viper. They're cruising.
The deaths that really hurt, because like if you look at Viper, this hero, in theory, is good versus TA, right? But it really isn't. TA like 2-shots Viper like later on in the game because you just don't have any armor.
Ame looking to try and get first usage out of the Chronosphere. XM off the respawn. We'll combine with him down bottom, so a nice kill. Instantly you see Tundra look to move away from the opposite side of the map. And they've got some stacks to be able to farm inside their own triangle as well. So what do you feel like is the call now from Tundra? You see Viper down bottom, you see Chronosphere used. Does this give him an opportunity to try and do something across the map?
I think it's too early to like just... You still want to get farm. It's only 11 minutes into the game. I mean, you could use Night Stalker ult if you want. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But like, what do you do with that? I think the one thing you could do is you could smoke and try and kill the Viper with Night Stalker Batrider. That could work. But then again, it's kind of high risk too, because it's not like Ame really wants to join in these fights anyway. Chrono being down at this stage of the game doesn't mean that much. It exponentially means more the later the game goes, right? But for now, it's just whatever. And if you do go on this with Batrider, if you go on the Viper, there's no guarantee you're going to kill him either, because you do have Stampede and Oracle ult sitting behind you. So I think you just wait till nighttime. I think you just get the kill, or you die, you realize you use Chrono, and you don't care. You know, you just keep farming.
We are seeing Pure go for the Blink Dagger as well after the Dragonlance, so it's not going to be that Deso first hand.
Very aggressive.
So he's looking to get very aggressive this game, which is going to combine with that nighttime. So we're going to see them, potentially get some kills off the back of that, and you're going to have the supports can get very active too. We've seen Whitemon responding to a lot of the movements from Xtreme. Of course, with this Blink on 9 class, he's ready to go. So double Blink, Tundra really looking to put the pressure onto Xtreme.
we'll see what they can do. But at very least, even if they don't use the bat blink, the threat of it is there, which is going to cause Oracle to like play less greedy. I talked about Jin Q being a greedy player, but on Oracle, it's very hard to be greedy on this hero, especially if you have a job and your job is to like deal counterplays to the ET, have counterplays to the Bat Rider. You don't have a lot of free will to do whatever you want in the game.
You're a babysitter. Like, have fun. You see what he's doing? Sitting behind army. Like you said, because this is the threat of the blink dagger now on the Bat Rider. So you're not leaving his side. And I honestly don't know the Ag shot that well. I don't know if this gives you wave clear. Maybe he's begging for them to get Tormentor as soon as they can. But he's going to really struggle with finding gold this game. And well, we'll see them get pretty active though. There is Chrono backup from Arme. They're going to try and go for tops and pretty decent reactions out of the onslaught. It's not going to matter though. Chronosphere will still clip on the edge. Wymon does his best to disrupt with the combination as Thompson's still going to turn around with the pulverize over to the right side. Tundra are trying to deal with the Oracle, but there's the Stampede to come into play. It resets the position from Xtreme. And now XM caught in the middle, but they just don't have the damage. Maybe it can turn around with Pure showing up to the team fight. It's at the last second of it. He'll get the kill into XM. 9 class as well is still proving to be a pretty big threat. It's a huge side blade. Pure assassinates the backline, now turns to Arme as well. Time Walk still on cooldown. It's just these two heroes, that's all they needed. Pure and 9 class in combination. They'll be able to get a 5-man wipe 15 minutes in.
That's rough. I mean, that's not the ideal chronosphere, honest with you. Like, you do the chrono, but it's like you barely catch. I think the thing that happened that was the worst, it's like Ame time walked into like an onslaught, right? So he got instantly stunned. So he had to use the very tip of the chronosphere to barely catch him, which means only Viper was hitting the primal during that. And so they were quite easily able to turn that one around. Bat Rider found the opening, was able to go on to Shin Q there, which seemed like things were going to go well, but as you were saying, Pure, he was in the back, just right-clicking everyone to death there. And with that, he's going to either be able to finish up his Deso up pretty soon here, or he might just buy the Shard to have that additional silence, which will mess with the supports. Not even just the supports, even the Faceless Void doesn't like playing against that one, because he does not have a Manta quite yet.
Top lane, wait, Pure? I was going to say, maybe DY may have got a glimpse of the TP, and if they could have gone for a play. They are... sorry, I thought they had Observer Ward at the outpost as well, so they're not going to know these rotations are coming through until they see MC. You need to bring everyone on Xtreme. What's the call? Of course, wherever XM is, Tundra always have to be very cautious of the Viper potential. Jump in instantly to the Frostbite. Now, this is going to be a pretty good opportunity for Xtreme. They'll be able to get the quick and easy kill onto 9 class. Stampede was used just in case a further disengage was required from them. So it's a streak nonetheless. Yes, you may say it's just a Bat Rider support, but that was a very farmed Bat Rider.
Yeah, a little bit of mistake there from 9 class, blinking in and not having a lasso target, right? Sometimes it happens. And then he gets frostbitten right away, and then I think the moment that happens, the fight's just over. Just like, yeah, my bad, guys, go back. And I'm glad they did. They decided to just go back there, continue to farm. Another opportunity will present itself for sure. And I think items such as BKBs for Thompson are going to be absolutely crucial in this game. That way, once you do have that BKB, you can actually fight in this Viper. Till then, it's a bit hard. Right now, you're relying pretty heavily on just the initiation of your bat, right? And if you don't get that initiation, you're chilling. And I think Blink Dagger on MC is also a big timing in Thompson.
They're going to get him. And that is a big kill, like you said. Thompson really going to struggle to fight this game without the BKB. This being his second death is going to continue to delay that.
Dire are scanning.
I think that was the reveal of the Centaur Blink, which they didn't even need to use, but they were only on the hunt because it was available, in case they needed it. But you do have to realize this Faceless Void may have been nerfed, but he is still very powerful. So, and this is what TA kind of does as a hero. She just like is very strong around like, honestly, laning stage until about 35 minutes. I think that's when TA starts to feel a lot worse. Because if you look at the items that TA buys, right? She buys like a Blink Dagger, a Hurricane Pike, a Desto, a bunch of little small items, and then yeah. You going Mjolnir this game?
No, he's not. Hopefully, we do actually have some chats. I want to hear your thoughts about the Mjolnir. What is
on TA?
a lot? Yes.
I'm fine with it, especially if it's against an illusion hero.
If it's not, I'm presuming you saw Mickey's build, yeah?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
I know people have been buying it.
He was pretty much every game at Darcha. I think maybe he played like 4 TA games, and I think 3 of them he went Mjolnir. And
oh yeah, I saw some of them. Yeah. And I thought to myself too. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I don't think it's as bad as people give it credit for. I mean, at the end of the day, you're a ranged hero. It doesn't have synergy with your minus armor, but it doesn't matter. It kind of makes you more of like a hybrid hero, which is not necessarily bad.
I have absolutely zero opinion of that item, and which is why I wanted to hear the carry opinion in itself, because I see Mjolnir on tier, and I'm just like, we have not seen this type of style, and obviously Mickey's trying to cook something up, and people are not going to understand the concept of what's going on. So yeah, was very intrigued. That's why I brought up the Mjolnir. Pure this game is he's not going to go for it. It's kind of your more stock standard TA build.
I would say Mjolnir this game is not good because you're playing versus Viper.
Yep.
And Viper, as I mentioned before, is a hero that has low armor. So, and what he makes up for that in is having really high magic resist. And he'll die. But I will say, yeah, I don't know how good it is every game, but I know if you play versus illusion heroes like Naga or something, I think Mjolnir TA is really good.
Sure.
It should be bought.
Dobson. All right, now this is a much more valuable kill onto XM, and they're going to force out a TP from XXS along with the Stampede. So we're going to start to see Tundra playing a lot more aggressively, which they kind of have been doing for the past couple of minutes. But you've got Desto online on Pure. You're ready to fight and then also convert that into Roche.
More than Desto, he's got Desto, Blink, and Shard. He's got everything. This is like the basic starter kit for TA, right? Everything else is just kind of like just added. You're just upgrading your Blink, you're upgrading your Dragon Lance, you're buying a BKB, you're buying a Daedalus. That's pretty much all else your itemization will go. But this is when you're at your peak as TA, when you have these items.
Got a Blink just delivered on MC as well. He's the only person that is not with the team. 9 class is ready to get that jump. Always able to reposition with the 4-staff. But he has to be very cautious and really patient on who he jumps. A lot of it is going to come down to the positioning on Xinkyu, on him being ready for the false promise. But we do have 21 minutes up, so Tormentor's ready to go along with the Wisdom Runes.
That's a slow Tormentor kill. But they do get it. Very curious about Faceless Void. Like, I played him a little bit, and you definitely feel the nerfs of this hero. I mean, I guess we have a little bit of time. I can talk about it, but this hero got murdered, pretty much, if you want to look at, like, just number-wise this patch. Because, like, what you would always do with this hero, you'd only put 1 point, at least I would, into your time dilation, and then you go stats, right? And it's because the level 1 time dilation was just so good. But they changed it from 60% at level 1 to 30%, literally halved. So it's not that good level 1 anymore, not like it used to be. So now you have to level that skill now, which means you are essentially losing stats, which means you're losing HP, you're losing damage. And if you think of Faceless Void as a hero, that's really big. But there's probably going to be a fight coming out, so I'll continue that shortly after. We'll see if they catch anyone, as Ame will TP in as well. Ame might be walking over a billion traps here that can also silence you.
So what's the call? I mean, Thompson's got a shield rune and an arcane in the bottle. Ame may be acting as bait, but he's going to be cautious he doesn't get blown up from 4 to 0. The jump's a little bit messy from either side. They're trying to deal with the Primal Beast inside the middle. They'll be able to kill off Thompson, but meanwhile, 9 class is also got a free fight, and now MC is going to jump in the middle. It's a huge silence You have the opportunity for Xingqiu to play around with the false promise, but it's not going to matter. Freezing Field acts as a deterrent. Pure gets some time to be able to blink over the right side. Army's still going to be able to hunt him down with the Chronosphere. Is there a response from Tundra? MC tries to do what he can, but the instant clone from DY holds the Night Stalker down. And they didn't kill anyone. Xtreme also low, but somehow Tundra weren't even able to get a kill.
I'm super confused about what just happened there. Like, look at this trap down there. I thought he would pop it now. Okay, he time walk now, pop it. And then when he popped it, Ame didn't even get hit by it. And I thought they were just gonna like have a billion traps here and just silence everyone, but maybe Ame not Ame, but Pure thought that Oracle would be behind him to save him, but I don't know. That should have been their fight to win. They had so many good traps on the ground. They just didn't want to commit anything. And in the end, when they did commit, it was too late. Faceless Void was able to get out. Pure realizes he's just dead here, so just does as much damage as he can. So that was a bit of a bizarre fight.
Yeah.
As 9 class will just kill him.
I was not expecting the freezing field from DY to actually cause as much chaos as what it did. They respected the hell out of that freezing field. Like, everyone was so low off MC's jump, and then DY just popped the ultimate and it just zoned everyone away. It just gave them time to be able to reset and they get no kills.
Launch. I can probably finish my rant now on Faceless Void. So anyway, you have to max your W now, which means you have less damage. Your stats, they made the bash, the stat, or the level 15 talent, do 10 less damage. They removed 10 attack speed on Chronosphere level 20 talent. So just across the board. And then of course they made his laning stage worse too by just reducing 1 armor from the hero. They pretty much nerfed a lot of things about this hero, but the one thing that they didn't nerf is how Chronosphere acts. As it's just a stun that goes through BKB where you can't force staff people out of it. I think that'll be always invaluable in Dota.
Oh, nice double force. So
we're gonna try this again.
Yeah, we'll see if it's going to work out in their favor. Got to keep in mind Xtreme, of course, they do have the Aegis, but no chrono for 15 seconds. Thompson tries to catch the backline as 2 fights are breaking out simultaneously. XXS, can they have the damage to be able to blow up MC? Ultimate's going to be activated the last second. Flies off to the right side. Meanwhile, Thompson had to activate the BKB and really all his spells to deal with the Oracle, but you still lose Pure, and that's a fight where you didn't even have the chrono on Arme.
I mean, Pure is probably very sad this game right now. He had 3 traps down. He tried to kill the CM, right? But the CM just kept getting dispelled by the Oracle, and then the Oracle even ulted the CM, and CM just ran up to and just frosted him and ulted him.
I wonder if they're going to go on DY. It looks like actually they maybe sniff out that this is a potential bait. I was very impressed. DY scanned out MC and Whitemon, and then they TP'd in XXS, so thought it was going to be a very heads-up play, but they will not go for that on Tundra in the end.
And I think they're pretty happy just farming this Aegis. Chrono is online, though, so they could use it if they want, but I have a feeling that Ame would like to finish this Mjolnir first, which he's very close. He's going to farm up this top lane real quick, and then he will have the money. And I think it's totally fine as well. It's nighttime, right? You have Aegis for 2 minutes. You can kind of just chill out this nighttime. Play as 5, maybe take a tier 2. If they want to fight into you, have good vision placed. I think what's going to be really critical is how Centaur uses his ultimate. He's got to bail his supports out with this. That's going to be very critical.
Really, the people who are going to be targeting the supports from Tundra is MC on this Night Stalker, which will be enabled with the BKB, about to be completed, and of course Thompson as well, who he's shown that is his primary objective in every single fight so far. This Primal Beast is always targeting these supports. The Blink Dagger is going to help enable that as well. So Xtreme want to force them back though. I mean, this is never the greatest high ground sieger, but they want to poke the high ground.
I think they just don't want to separate, right? They're like, what can we do right now? that allows us to play together. And hitting buildings is one of them. They have no intention of taking the high ground, but if they are playing together, they can't die to Night Stalker, right? So that is the priority right now. It's not necessarily that they need to do these objectives. They're just stopping Tundra from playing the game that they want to play.
So Tundra are going to give up a tier 2 tower, but they will get their Tormentor. So shard for Whitemon. They're coming
What does
though
that
on
one even do
Xtreme.
nowadays? Oh, you can
Cooldown, I
jump.
believe.
You can also jump to your stomp. That's right. Not something Whitemon probably wants to do in this game.
It's like, wait, what is the Crystal Maiden doing here? Like, guys? Start to a warding expedition. Meanwhile, MC's also jumped Oracle on the opposite side. We'll continue watching Tops and trying to assassinate the Crystal Maiden. Now back over to the Night Stalker. That is your first BKB usage that instantly gets stopped short thanks to Arme's Chronosphere.
And that was more than what it looks like. That was not only a BKB from Night Stalker, but that was Night Stalker's ult that's down. And guess what? When he respawns, it's going to be daytime. So that is actually really, really big. And then meanwhile, you got a trade of Crystal Maiden. Just a normal, standard Crystal Maiden kill. So it does not feel good if you are Tundra right now, which just happened there.
It could be, I mean, the fights already so far in this game have been very chaotic, and maybe that can enable, well, help out this Batrider, because Manclass has got a scepter. he's farmed. Somehow the Crystal Maiden is just as farmed as well, which is one thing to add, but let's see what 9 class can do with the double lasso now inside these fights.
And remember I talked about supports being a threat? This is kind of what you need, right? Because if it was just this TA being a threat, this game's over. But you kind of like have this new ability that you don't know what the hell is going to happen. He might last with the 2 best targets in the game. He might, you know, last with Viper. Okay, no, he's dead. But he might last with Viper and Oracle together and just kill 2 heroes.
That was a big kill though. Wyman had the gem, I believe, so I got 2 gems for Xtreme.
Yeah, that is a big deal. That ain't good.
No. Especially when you're mentioning a lot that, I mean, Tundra, there's so much importance on dealing with these supports. You need the vision advantage to be able to scout out where DY along with Shinkyu are positioning.
I mean, wards definitely help with that, but I think Night Stalker just does it automatically by pressing R. Kind of what the hero does.
Xtreme from trying to deal with their last outer objective, should be able to do so with everyone else looking to connect. We do have a butterfly completed on Pure, so we'll see how much this is going to be able to help them out inside some of the upcoming team fights.
I mean, definitely has some value. You are playing with Viper and Void, which is really good. Does it stop you from dying in a chrono? I'm not sure.
Maybe a little bit too late though with the smoke. Radiant, do they stick around though? They got a pretty good ward set up. Again, all eyes on Shinkyu. How can he get this false promise off to be able to stop that lasso here? So 9 class is scouting them out. The rest of the team on the low ground. Gonna see DY. MC, he gives them all the vision they need over the right side. That's the ultimate you wanted out of 9 class. Lasso on the Oracle and Arme. They'll be able to deal with both supports to start the fight. Tundra, they need to convert onto some core kills afterwards. Arme finds a chrono onto 3. They've slept up the Viper, so there's going to be some damage lacking. Arme, he might be able to do it just by himself though. 2 for 2 at the moment. Can they get out on Tundra though? Nice pike to get some separation. Blink as well helps Pure escape to the western side. In the end, a pretty decent fight overall for Tundra.
That may have been the best lasso of all time. I thought it was 2 supports because CM kind of looks like Faceless Void a little bit to me. I don't know why, but you got the Void plus the Oracle. That's probably the 2 best supports you could possibly ask for. But it still wasn't enough. They couldn't kill Ame in time, and they couldn't even kill the Oracle before he got his ult off. So neither of the heroes who got lasso died. And I feel like that should be illegal. I feel like if you lasso Oracle and Faceless Void, at least one of them should die within that time frame. Which doesn't make me very confident for these upcoming fights, because unless he can 9 class and get another lasso just like that, who knows? Maybe he's gonna have an Aetherlens Refresher Orb queued up and he'll lasso the whole team at some point. But that was pretty impressive that he was able to get that off. But what is not good is the fact that they weren't able to follow up on it. I'm not sure who Pure was attacking in that fight, but definitely some miscommunication there had to have been for Pure to not be killing the heroes that got lassoed.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he was. All I know was Thompson was dealing with the secondary support in the Crystal Maiden. Not sure where Pure was, so we'll see what the communication's going to be like, because they are ready to go with another smoke. They see Fortune's End used, so now he's put on cooldown for a little bit of time. The wraparound instead.
No chrono.
And also Dark Ascension down for 10 seconds as well. So important with that last fight, being able to give them that information. Xtreme, they're going to back up.
Okay, they're gonna have a window of like 20 seconds here to win this fight for Chrono's up.
CTY first, and there's the Dark Ascension, all the vision they need. Shinkyu, he's waiting inside the Roche Pit. They're gonna get the False Promise out the last second, keeping Arme alive. Do they have the sustain afterwards though? Chrono up in 5. What's the call from Tundra? That was not the initiation they were hoping for, and it's gonna be an all-out retreat from them now. Wym on a cute attempt with the forced up of the high ground. In fact, it's actually enough to get him out, but nonetheless, 2 go down from Tundra. Roche is up as well. I just want to reiterate, dude, Shinkyu's positioning to sit in the pit was enabled you to avoid the Dark Ascension and then get that False Promise out. That was great position from the Oracle.
Yeah, it definitely was, and I don't think you can go on Ame in these situations, right? That's like one of the few heroes who can't go on. Like, you, no matter what, have to go on Jinkyu. Like, if you don't see Jinkyu, you can't go. Or you have to get a double lasso, right? That's the other thing. If you're going to hit 2 of them, but if you just have a single lasso opportunity, as good as it might look on paper, it's just not going to work out for you.
Still got Chrono as well. The fact that they don't even need it for Xtreme. Now you've got the Ages. All ready to crack this high ground.
Bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is falling.
Getting a hit for now. You can wake him. Oh, you can't anymore. Why? Interesting. Through backdoor protection, they don't care. Viper has the shard and Assault Cuirass.
Boys.
Pure's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna take your Tormentor because I can't do anything.
He's accumulating a decent chunk of gold in the bank as TA. He's going Rapier. He had BKB queued up. He
knows.
Yeah, and it seems like that's been the case in these last couple of fights. It's really getting desperate. Rapier is online, 36 minutes in. But this gives you a very low window for error. You cannot make mistakes now with the Rapier. As 9 class again, they're going to get the lasso onto the Oracle. Shinkyu pops the False Promise defensively. That's going to be able to keep him alive momentarily. Meanwhile, MC, he just cannot escape. Chronosphere is going to hold both the cores down, and Pure is not right-clicking. We'll be able to get some distance thanks to the Hurricane Pike. There's a couple of buybacks out of Tundra, but this is such a costly investment. Army, silence for the moment. They don't even get a kill. Full set of barriers claimed, 2 buybacks used. Rapier not enough.
I mean, not to save his barracks, but he is showing that he's doing a lot of damage in these fights, which is what they need. But I think Ame didn't really know he had a Rapier that fight, so he kind of chronoed the other 2 heroes, which is fine now because they bought back. So if you do chrono them again in the future, you know they won't be back. However, whenever you see a Rapier on deck, I think he's really looking at just saving this chrono just for Pure, because he knows if he gets that kill, well, he's getting a free Rapier with it.
This is do or die now for Tundra. first time they've smoked into Xtreme's territory. They're going to try and jump and deal with the supports, but once again, it's a little bit too messy. They don't get the perfect initiation. Now Pure's in some trouble as well with the refraction burnt out. Forced off to make it up to the high ground. He's not going to lose the rapier, but you'll lose some of your other members. His army's still hunting. Pure's okay with the TP, but it looks like Topson will have a different fate as XXS able to catch up to him. MC also slithers down the bridge as well, but it's not going to matter. These are two heroes without buyback.
Yeah, I mean, the bat, he'll be up, I guess. But Topson will not. But you still have a rapier for now. Who had the Heaven's Halberd? Oh, Centaur does, so that's even more difficult for Pure because he has no BKB. He has no way of getting rid of that. That's pretty big. Yeah, these barracks are no longer for this world, and 20 seconds left on Chronosphere. Blink?
Oh!
He's dead.
Can they keep him alive? Yeah, all right. Oh, nice force.
Oh, okay, double force.
Yours as well gets him in base. Chrono up in 5 seconds. You've got 9 class alive that can thread him with the lasso. It's still on cooldown, though, in fact. So unable to drag someone back inside the fountain. Maybe Pure's going to be able to deal with DY.
Oh, he blinked out. Okay.
Blink. Okay. Is this that 1% extra they need? Their buildings are falling, though. 1 tier 4 down. Second soon to drop as well. 4v5 for another 20 seconds. No glyph 2 from Tundra. Pure gonna try to beat into XM. 9 class once again with the double lasso. MC is gonna be able to hold them into place with the silence. But Arme and XM are just making it impossible for Pure to be able to stand his ground and right click, and they want out of this game, and they will have that. 2-0 for Xtreme over the boys on time.